What is up, my youth people? This here is Wesley, and we're coming at you with what is going on with the youth for the week of Sunday, January the 8th, 2017. Let's see what we got going on. First of all, today in our Bible fellowship class, we were talking about Joshua. Joshua was giving his farewell address, his goodbye address. He's an old man at this point, and he feels like he doesn't have many years left in him. He's sort of handing off the leadership. So we've got Moses, who handed it off to Joshua, who's now handed off to the Israelites as they're in the promised land. And this is what he had to say. Today, we looked at God requires undivided loyalty, and you cannot serve both God and idols. And I thought Sherry Michelle did a great job of bringing out the idea that whatever it is in your life that gets in the way of God, that has become an idol in your life. It doesn't have to be a little statue made out of wood or stone or precious metal. Anything that gets between us and God, anything that we love more than Him, anything that takes up our time more than Him, anything that takes up our thoughts more than Him, has become an idol. And God says you cannot serve that other thing in your life and serve Him. Doesn't work. All right, our memory verse for this week was Joshua 24:15, and if it is evil in your eyes to serve the Lord, choose this day whom you will serve, whether the gods your fathers served in the region beyond the river, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And I'm going to skip the Kiswahili for today, but there it is. Yeah. All right, first of all, here's a few announcements for you. Next Sunday, we're going to talk about camp. We're going to talk about camp. I'm feeding you lunch, so we'll need to get a head count for who all is going to be there. So if you haven't already texted me, then feel free to text me. Who done it? We're going to do our annual murder mystery. It's going to be Friday, January 27th in the evening, 6:30 to 9 o'clock on that one. Same kind of different as me. We're going to go watch that movie. It's amazing. It takes place in Fort Worth. True story of a rich art dealer dude and a homeless man who become friends and discover Jesus along the way. It's good stuff. Youth worship up in here on Wednesday evening, 6:30 to 8 o'clock. We are in Romans. We'll be starting Romans chapter 3 this Wednesday. Be here. Bring some friends. If you don't already keep up with us by text, here's a great way to do it. Simply text at Ridglea to 81010, and you will get all the text updates that you need to keep track of what the youth has going on. All right, let's talk about your pastor and mine. Oop, nope, back it up one. Back it up. Let's talk about your pastor and mine. All right. Scott's sermon this Sunday was Proverbs 29. The fear of man lays a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord is safe. Many seek the face of a ruler, but it is from the Lord that a man gets justice. Two big points from the sermon today were that we need security, and that only comes from the Lord. We need to feel safe, but there is not anything that is going to make you feel safe, make you be safe, aside from God Himself. Also, we have a sense of justice and fairness, what ought to be right with the world. But again, that only comes from the Lord. It is not through authorities and powers and rules and laws that things will be made right. God is the one who will make it right. All right, as far as our IMB prayer requests of the week, let's focus on that top one up there. Missionaries from Cuba. There are 5 Cuban families that have been called to serve missionaries, and they're going to serve in Colombia. Oh, no, go back. They're going to serve in Colombia. So pray for them as they prepare. If you'd like the other one, Muslims in China. Christmas provided ample opportunities for believers to share the story of Jesus with Muslims in China. Pray for the follow-up efforts as folks go talk with them. Poverty in India. Pray for the impoverished of Delhi, India. Ask God to open doors for sharing the gospel as believers meet the physical needs of the people. There's a megacity in China. Sorry, that should be a capital C. My bad. There's a megacity in China called Chongqing. Pray for a great outpouring of God's Spirit on the 9.7 million residents of Chongqing in southwest China. Hashtag unreached. And finally, Jesus told us, ask the Lord of the harvest to send workers into His harvest field. Feel free to pause the video right here and pray through these 5 things. Y'all have a good week. If you got some questions or something, leave them in the comments below, or you know how to text Wesley. What up?